Good evening, welcome to the Fire Burns Within channel once again. Time for something for you thrashers out there. I've made a list, another list. This time they're not a collection based list. It's a list of 25 thrash metal albums from the last 5 years that I think are well worth investigating. A few of them are very well known. I think I've gone through all my list of the last 5 years and listed the best ones from each year, what I recommend as great recent thrash metal records. Not including 2020 because it's not over with, so there's no 2020 releases in this. It's releases from 2019, 18, 17, 16 and 15. Recent years, recent killer thrash records that deserve some time in the limelight. Okay, let's start with 2019. This is a biggie. Every thrash head, every thrash fan worth his salt will know this one. Destruction, Born to Perish, came out in 2019. Awesome album. Typical Destruction. It just, if you like thrash, you will like it. I mean, there's no way you won't like it. Staying with 2019. These are not in any order, by the way. I'm just listing from the 2019 down to 15. These are not ranked in order. Suicidal Angels, Years of Aggression. I love Suicidal Angels. They're probably my favorite modern day thrash band. They have been going for a fair while now, but I just love them. They're very consistent. I mean, if you like Suicidal Angels, you will love every album that they release. The quality is always high. Third album, also from 2019, is Exuma, Hostile Defiance, German thrash. Again, awesome. They were an old band and then they came back a few years ago and they released awesome albums all the way through until Hostile Defiance, which is also awesome. Now, fourth album on the list from 2019 again is Zentrix, Bury the Pain. This album is just awesome. What a comeback this is. It's so heavy, great vocals, just great songs, memorable songwriting, very chunky, very heavy. Very much reminds me of Testament in many ways, modern day Testament. Fifth album to mention, also from 2019, the last from 2019 actually, is Savage Messiah and Demons. They were more of an out thrash and they've slowly become more melodic, so now I would call them melodic thrash power, if you like. They're using a lot more melody in the vocals, but Savage Messiah is awesome. I mean, it's highly recommended. All their albums are rock solid. I think Demons might be my favourite of the lot. It uses the most melody, so it's slightly moving away from out and out thrash, but still has great riffs and very good vocals as well. Okay, the next album is from 2018, the first one from 2018. It's Crimson Slaughter and the album is Surveillance States. I can't remember where these guys are actually from, but this album rips. It's really aggressive. I mean, the vocals are a bit, they're quite harsh, very raspy, very aggressive, but the riffs are awesome. I think they might be Dutch, but I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember. Next album is again quite an unknown one. The band is called Defiatory and the album is called Hades Rising. Again, I can't remember where these guys are from. They might be Scandi or Swedish, but I think they're awesome. They're really cool. They could be German as well. I can't remember, but the album is awesome. If you like thrash, well, you're watching this video if you like thrash, so you're gonna love that. Check out the band. It's called Defiatory. Next album is by a UK thrash band, a very unknown band but very awesome. They're called Thrash's Regime, and the album is called Carnival of Monsters. That's an awesome album. It's a fun album. It's not like a deadly serious thrash album. It's sort of got a fun aspect to it. I wouldn't call it crossover, a little bit crossover, but it's just a great riff fest. That's what I would call it. I think they're from Liverpool as well, which is cool to have a UK thrash band. Next, also from 2018, is Atomic Death Squad, Brain Dead. This album is definitely has crossover styles, but it's awesome. It's just got superb riffs, superb mosh-worthy riffs, like killer riffs. Really highly recommend Atomic Death Squad and Brain Dead. The 10th album on my list is the Aussie Thrashers Harlot and Extinction from 2017. Harlot is a band I love. They're just insane. I've even seen them live a couple of times. They're awesome. They supported somebody here in the UK. They're really killer. I mean, they've got super riffs. The vocals are like not too harsh. They're sort of shouty vocals, but not right over aggressive. Just perfect for the kind of thrash I like. But it's all about the riffs with these guys. Absolutely mental. Number 11, also from 2017, is a biggie. It's Creator, Gods of Violence. It's just awesome album. I mean, now nowadays Creator, I think it's the best they've ever been to me. I mean, I know people will like the 90s or early mid 80s or late 80s stuff, but I don't know. I prefer the modern day Creator. I mean, it's obviously more polished, more heavy, etc. Number 12 on the list is a pretty much unknown band. They're called Panic, and it's spelled Panik. And the album is called Discarded Existence from 2017. I think that's a really awesome album. It's like a more technical kind of thrash metal. Very cool riffs. You know, lots of technical ability. Very catchy stuff. They deserve a lot more attention than they get. I forget where they're from. I think they're from Eastern Europe, if I'm not wrong. I forget at the moment exactly where from, but people who love thrash, especially the more technical kind, like Coroner, or I don't know, think of a very like technical thrash band, and you've got Panic, Panik, Discarded Existence. Right, we're halfway, nearly number 13. We've got an album by a band called National Suicide, and the title is Massacre Elite. In 2017 this was released. This is an awesome album. I think I keep forgetting where these bands are from because it's been a while since I heard them, but I've written all these down. I write everything down over time, and I just went through it without checking where they're from. But I think they're from Finland, if I'm not wrong, something like that. But National Suicide is awesome. They're basically almost an Overkill copy on this. Very similar to Overkill in many ways. If you like Overkill, you're gonna love these guys. National Suicide and Massacre Elite. Number 14 is a South American band. I think they're from Chile, if I'm not wrong. They're called Storm Thrash. It's all one word, Storm Thrash. And the album is called Systematic Annihilation. This album has killer riffs, absolutely killer riffs. I mean, it's just an out and out riff fest. What can I say? An awesome album. Number 15 is a well-known band. It's US thrashers Havoc, and their last album, Conformicide. Very good album, rock solid. The new album from this year is good as well. I mean, I do like it. But I don't know. I think I might like Conformicide a bit more. But I do like the new one as well. But I need to listen to it a bit more. But Conformicide is very cool. I mean, the only thing that in Havoc that slightly annoys me is the sharpness of the vocals. It's a little bit grating. But riff-wise, it's just, you know, superb riffs and quite technical as well. Number 16 is a more melodic thrash metal band. It's Dutch thrash kings, Artillery, and the album is Penalty by Perception. I love this thrash record. This came out in 2016. I think it was my top thrash record of 2016. They started incorporating much more melody in the vocals. It becomes, you know, hints of power metal in there, heavy power metal, not the happy tra-la-la power metal. So Artillery, I just love them as well. Their recent material is just awesome. Very cool band. Number 17 is Biggie. It's Megadeth and Dystopia. Yeah, I love Dystopia. It came out in 2016. I think it's a great record for Megadeth. I mean, I'm not saying it's the best record ever, obviously, but it's a rock solid latter day record. I mean, it's about as good as much thrash as you can expect. Like, you can't expect non-stop thrashy riffs from start to finish, but you get enough of them to keep you happy. Number 18 in this list, another big album, is Testament's Brotherhood of the Snake. I think this is really awesome. I mean, people are saying that the new album, Titans of Creation, is their best for a long time. But while I do like Titans of Creation, I don't know. I think Brotherhood of the Snake is really just as good in my opinion. I don't see how it's any worse than Titans. I mean, I do like Titans of Creation, but Brotherhood of the Snake is awesome as well. I mean, I don't see how it's inferior. Number 19 is a totally unknown band. I forget where these guys are from. Their name is awkward as well. They're called Unhoped, and the album is called Sonic Violence. It came out in 2016. I mean, the name is just awkward, but the album is awesome. I mean, this band, I've been waiting for them to follow up from this album since 2016, and I haven't heard nothing since. But this album is just awesome. I mean, Sonic Violence is the perfect title for this album. It's just like bash in your head thrash metal. You're like, you know, no messing about. Number 20 is an English band that I've never heard of before. They released this album in 2016. The band is called Xenophile, and the album is called Systematic Enslavement. Very catchy album, a little bit more melodic than other bands. Still very thrashy, but using more melodies even. I can't remember how the vocals are exactly, but all I remember about the album is the catchy riffs, like really cool riffs. The band is spelt with an X, and it's Xenophile. Number 21 is the second entry from the Aussie thrashers Harlot, and the album is Proliferation, released in 2015. Yeah, again, Harlot it's a guaranteed headbang session. I mean, it's just an awesome band. This album is awesome. I couldn't leave it out. It came out in 2015, and it makes it from the last 4 or 5 years. I mean, it's a killer record. Harlot. If you haven't heard Harlot and you love thrash metal, well, I don't know what you're doing. You just need to hear them. Number 22 is a band, I can't recall again where they're from. They're called Polarized, and the album is called Western Hypnosis. Very cool, chunky thrash. Yeah, underground band again, not well known, but awesome album. If check them out if you can. Polarized, spelt with a Z. and Western Hypnosis. Number 23, again a band I don't know where they're from. They're really unknown, very little profile. They're called Minded. They spell it with a Y instead of an I, so it's Mynded. And the album is called Dead End Paradise. Again, it's an awesome album. I mean, obviously very unknown, so it's going to be underrated. But if you enjoy thrash, I think I highly recommend again. Number 24 is Distillator and Revolutionary Cells. I do know where these guys are from. They're Dutch guys, very fast thrash, very screamy vocals, very much like the vocals are very much like Havoc, the guy in Havoc. Very screamy, very sharp vocals, but the riffs are very intricate. Almost, I would say it's technical death metal, technical thrash metal. Sorry. In the riffs, and that album came out in 2015. And the final album on the list, but by no means the least, the 25th album of recommended thrash from the last 5 years. I'm coming back to UK, England, and the English band Dendera with Pillars of Creation. I've seen these guys live so many times. The singer, Ashley Edison, he's also in the power metal band Power Quest. I mean, in Dendera, he sings slightly different. It's not as happy. I mean, he doesn't really sing happy. I don't think he changes his voice too much. But in Dendera, he's sort of like slightly more aggressive sounding, a little bit sharper in the vocals. The riffs are awesome in Dendera. In this album, particularly Pillars of Creation, they use melodic chorus as well. So I would say this is a pure melodic thrash metal band. You know, there's no like real aggression, but there's pounding, catchy, heavy riffs, and very cool vocals from Ashley. Like I said, so that's it. That was the 25th and final album from the recommended series. I won't go through them again, it will take too long, but yeah, you can check these ones out, and if you like your thrash and haven't heard some of these, well, I highly recommend some of them. Well, all of them really, but obviously some of them are well known, so a lot of thrash fans would have heard of them. And that's it, thrash heads. Stay thrashing.